Hello my darlings, welcome here. Today we've got messages from your passed on loved ones, and this topic was, or the variation of this topic was requested by the majority of you in the comment section under my last video, so I thought it must be something that's heavy on your mind and on your heart, so it would be an interesting reading to do. I've got 3 piles of cards for you to choose from. I will insert the picture of the piles in a second. As always, take your time, listen to intuition, and then choose a pile that attracts you the most. Let's go. Hello my beautiful pile number 1, or everyone who chose the blue, don't remember the name of the stone, blue heart. Let's see what messages do your passed on loved ones have for you right now. And we've got 6 of Pentacles, House, Page of Pentacles, Pleasure Seekers, Knight of Cups, an Old Woman, Pile 1. I feel like it's all about stability. Your passed on loved ones want you to know that you deserve, it's almost like a combination here. First of all, they want you to know that you deserve a home. Whatever your situation is looking like at the moment, whatever your living situation looks like, you deserve a stable home, you deserve a family, you deserve the foundation, a basis for yourself. Yeah, and you deserve a family, a home with someone who is your soulmate, who deserves to be by your side. There is this clear message not to sell yourself short for many of you. And I feel like you know what this is talking about already. I'm quite sure that, maybe 90% sure, that this is a relationship that you've been in the past, or a series of relationships, like a pattern in relationships, where you were settling for crumbs, where you were settling for little bits of attention here and there, or maybe inconsistent dynamic of a relationship. Settling for less, agreeing to whatever comes your way. I'm happy with that. And your passed on loved ones want you to know that you deserve the real deal, not just the crumbs. You deserve the whole cake, the whole meal here, because with the 6 of Pentacles and the House, it's almost like you know what you deserve, but for some reason it's almost like you're trying to seem humble, or maybe trying to be loving to people who come your way, almost like spreading your unconditional love, your kindness, your support, without asking much in return. Yeah, there's this big message that you deserve stability in your relationships, in your living situation. You deserve the real deal, not just the someone who is somewhat interested in you. You deserve someone whose words match their actions. Because with this Page of Pentacles, I feel like you are still holding on to someone who is not mature enough for you. They want you to know that this is not even half of what you deserve. Ultimately, with this Page of Pentacles and Pleasure Seekers, it's almost like there will be someone much more mature, much more serious, much more loving, kind, generous, and supportive. It's just, you've got to be patient while you're waiting for them. Again, with the 6 of Pentacles in the past and House, it could also be that you were staying with someone just to get by, or maybe just because you were comfortable, or because that person was doing the bare minimum to keep you there. with them. It could have been a marriage here or just a long-term relationship, but your passed on loved ones just want you to know that it's time to move on, because someone new is coming your way. Someone who's going to give you much more than what you used to receive here with this other person. And it's almost like they want you to know that you deserve a home, a real home, maybe even like a stable situation of some sort, a family, maybe kids, a marriage. If you were settling for like a casual dating or just for the fun of it, the situation of superficial connection that wasn't nourishing you. Yes, you learned a lot from it, but again, it's almost like you were begging for love, you were begging for appreciation and that person to value you. But they would just sprinkle the attention or kindness or affection here and there to make sure that you're still around, but you don't get too, full of yourself. It doesn't feel right, the situation you are in. It doesn't feel right. I feel like this connection or this relationship or even a pattern of that you have known in relationships was meant to make you wiser, was meant to show you that this is not what's nourishing for you, what's making you feel happy, making you feel stable. Especially now, it's almost like you see through this person or these people that you used to be with, used to trust, and it's just like a bunch of school kids now, like teenagers. And it's just with this Page of Pentacles, I keep being told that you deserve the King of Pentacles, not the Page. Not the type of people who are here one day and they're gone next minute, next day. You deserve stability, a huge message here of stability, of support, of generosity, of someone who gives as much as you do, someone who loves as much as you do. And that person is coming, don't even doubt it for a second. And it's almost like they're going to be a good match for your maturity level. Almost as though they will recognize your old soul, how interesting you are. How many things you've been through. It's almost like they will love you for the experiences, for everything you've seen, for everything that you've been through, the pain you've been through, the sadness you've been through, the disappointments, and they will almost like it's a very healing energy with this Knight of Cups and old woman. I do feel like it's a soulmate connection or just someone who's generous, who is loving, who is very supportive and mature, much more mature than any other person that you used to deal with in the past. On all levels, material, practical, emotional, mental. It's almost like this person will recognize you for who you are and value you so much, value everything that you are so much. There is this big theme of value for you, Pile 1. It's almost like your passed on loved ones want you to remember your value, to recognize your value. Definitely you were selling yourself short in the past. I have no doubt with this huge message of Six of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. You are past all of that. You have evolved so much and you deserve someone who is just going to give you this unconditional love, this generosity, and someone who just wants to love you in a very stable, consistent, and open-hearted, open-handed way. Let's look at your oracle cards. You've been so strong, and I feel like you've experienced loneliness. Even if you've been in a stable relationship, in a few stable connections so far, it's almost like this loneliness keeps coming back, ringing like a bell, reminding you of the fact that it's almost like you can trust. You can trust people. Huge lesson, and I feel like you've got a big heart, pile one. You are my sensitive, empathetic, watery. I feel like many of you are water signs for some reason. Emotional and nourishing people. First of all, we've got this High Priestess of Water card, very similar to the Queen of Cups energy. Again, very sensitive, empathic. Empaths, that's who you are. That's why you were given so much of yourself. Almost like taking care of other people feels natural to you, feels like this is what I'm supposed to do. Very Cancerian nature, maybe Pisces as well. Not so much Scorpio. Almost like I feel like that's what life is, what it should be like, taking care of other people. Seeing someone that you feel like would benefit of your love and pouring all of that love into them as much as you can, as fast as you can. It's almost like it's just your natural automatic mode of loving people. Sometimes forgetting about yourself and what you really deserve. You've got a huge, huge, warm heart. I have no doubt here. With this 4th chakra and Archangel Raphael as well. Big heart space. Just sensing people's emotions. Very compassionate. Very attuned to what's going on, all the energies. Even if there are many people around you, I feel like it's very overwhelming sometimes. And I feel like it's interesting because there is this contrast. I feel like many of you have a very good facade, or like upfront of someone who's not as emotional as you really are on the inside. Not showing at times, especially with strangers, how much you really feel. And it feels like all of those disappointments, I feel like it might have been even it might have started when you were younger, in your childhood, with your parents, then with your romantic partners, feeling like you don't receive as much love as you give out. That's the energy. Not that you are demanding of it, it's just sometimes it feels like, what was all of it for? That kind of energy. And then we've got this card. I can't even. It says, "You're not alone." I'm going to read you the message in it. And I feel like it's what your passed on loved ones want you to know as well, because they're looking down on you and feel like, and see that sometimes you are feeling lonely or isolated or misunderstood. They want you to know that you are not alone, they're with you. Feminine energy is coming through so strongly. If you're wondering who this passed on loved one is, for the majority of you, I feel like it's a woman. We are here for you. We never left. Through all the sadness and loneliness, however, you cannot sense us near you or feel how much love we are sending you. We are your family, friends and guides. You never walk alone. We walk right beside you. Yes, and I feel like they're sending the right person your way. They are working on it behind the scenes, seeing what big heart you've got, how proud they are of you. They're sending the right person your way. Helping them on, almost like nudging them on your path. And they are almost here. This person that is going to be your true love, someone who's going to be, it would be just a pleasure to share your life with them. They would feel so lucky to have you by their side. Then we've got this card, music and harmony. First of all, they feel like you're a very harmonious person. You've got something creative about you. It's almost like you see the beauty in the world. You know how to pick out little things that can brighten your day and other people's day. And just the taste. You've got a good taste. Maybe you're an artist, or you literally do music. You play instruments. Maybe you like to sing. I feel like they're watching you and they're very proud of you in this way, that you've got this creative side of you. On top of being so emotional, so kind, so loving. Just a very harmonious person. Again, I'm feeling so much watery energy from you. Water. So much water. And then look at that, we've got this card, full moon in Pisces, another indication of water signs. And it says balance, spirituality and practicality. Absolutely. Again, I feel like you've been very much focused on your spiritual path, on your spiritual development and growth, and focusing on your ability to love unconditionally, to the detriment of your everyday practical life. It's almost like you would forget about your own needs, about just getting by almost. Focusing on your relationships and on loving other people, on mending them, on fixing them, on giving the best advice, on giving them, holding space for them when they need to share something. And now it's time to realize that you deserve to be taken care of too. You deserve someone who wants to give to you too. And not the crumbs that you used to settle for. The real deal. Building a future with someone. There is a lot here about give and take, and coming back into your body, coming back into your focusing on your value, on your self-esteem, on those grounded things, on your confidence, not letting other people take from you anymore. But it's almost like you won't have to. I feel like you won't have to. They want you to know that the right person who's coming along, we've got this Knight of Cups trotting towards you on the horse. They're just around the corner, and you're going to be so much loved, so loved. Oh my gosh, I can't speak. So much love is coming your way. Then we've got this card Mountain or Strength. I'm getting a Saturnian energy for the majority of you here with this mountain. Maybe you've got a prominent Saturn on your ascendant, or maybe with your moon, or like in a square with your sun. It just feels like you had to be tough, you had to be strong. Maybe you had to endure many things on your own without sharing with others and asking for help, asking for advice, for support. Just, I'm gonna get by, it's okay, I've been through worse. That kind of energy. I'm strong enough. I'll get through anything. While other people are finding it completely normal, pouring all of the hardships and pain and sadness and negative energy onto you without thinking twice to ask you, how was your day? How are you feeling? How is your heart today? Oh, I'm getting emotional. Definitely my water pile. Water pile people. But I want you to know that you don't have to be this strong for much longer, to be so resilient and tough and stoic, because there's someone coming your way who's going to share your pain, who's going to be very understanding, and it's almost like therapeutic connection that you're going to be so grateful for. With this Faith card, I feel like it's meant to be. It was developing. I feel like behind the scenes, it was in the making already for quite some time. Now you're just dealing with the leftover emotions from the relationship you used to be in, the patterns you felt like you were stuck in. Now you're just getting rid of all of that. And it's almost like there was a realization in you that you deserve so much more. And you can have it. You can have it. Yeah, it's coming for sure. The fates are working. The fate, it's your destiny to meet them. It's almost like, I feel like many of you have already been told about this by someone else. It's either you have a hunch or your intuition is telling you about this, that someone is coming, like your true love, or you have been given a hint or some bits of information about this person already. And then we've got this card Inspire Passion with another message in it. I was only meant to pull one card from this deck, but two fell out, so I guess it was meant to be. Your past and loved ones are very talkative. They want you to know that they're with you with this card. You're not alone. They're always helping you. They see your big, beautiful heart, and they recognize your strength, how strong you've been. They're so proud of you. And you deserve to have a loving connection. You deserve someone generous, as kind, as giving as you are in your life. And they're coming. So Inspire Passion. I'm going to read you the message in it. Life devoid of passion can be a boring, uninspired, blank canvas that slowly drains the soul. Now is the time to reignite your passions and rejoin life. This is an opportunity to set new goals, which will in turn reconnect you with all that is sacred. I feel like many of you have been focusing on practical, down-to-earth material things or routines that you had to follow day to day, and now they're saying that it's important to come back to your creative nature, to your spirituality, to the things that inspire you, maybe to create something, to feel alive again. Because I feel like many of you have been struggling, especially maybe with your living situation or just with your money, with your finances, and you felt like life was just everyday tasks and deadlines, or just making sure you get by, or you pay your bills, or you can create a good life for yourself by grinding. Now it's important to focus on your passions, what makes you happy and inspired and motivated. I want to get descriptions of the person who was sending these messages. Maybe you'll recognize them. Just adjectives that describe them, or maybe physical attributes, we'll see. And there could be a few various people who are coming through. I was sensing a very feminine energy here, and also we've got old woman. I feel like it's significant for some of you here. Maybe grandma or mother. So, who were these messages from? Your passed on loved ones, who are they? We've got family, absolutely. Yeah, I was feeling it too. And we also got this confirmation in this card, which starts with we are here for you, we never left, we are your family. Health. It could have been someone who was very conscious of their health, or maybe they worked in the field of medicine, something related to healing, maybe even mental healing, like psychology and therapy. Yeah. Then we've got Libra. It could have been their sign, or just a prominent energy about them. Someone very compassionate, loving, focused on partnerships, on relationships, on compromise. Very fair as well, very reasonable and like just with people. Then we've got this card guarded. And dark hair. So look what we've got at the bottom. We also have sensitive. So that's what I have for you, pile 1. I also want to look at the bottom of your deck as well, I forgot. Yeah, 4 of Wands, a family energy. Again, an indication of that Cancer 4th house atmosphere. That's interesting because with this card often reminds me of a wedding. I don't know why, especially in this deck, of celebration of a wedding, and I feel like it's another confirmation that's what you deserve. You deserve happiness. You deserve your perfect partner, and they're coming for you. I feel like many of you are about to meet someone who you will end up with, who you will grow old together. And yeah, the sense of stability, the sense of foundation and unshakable commitment and loyalty. So this is all I have for you, pile 1. I hope this reading was helpful, has answered some of your questions, inspired you in any way, and I wish you lots of happiness and lots of love for yourself and for others, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye. Hello my beautiful pile number 2, or everyone who chose the pearl leaf. Let's see what messages do your passed on loved ones have for you right now. What do they want you to know? And we've got 3 of Swords, love, 8 of Wands, Child, Six of Swords, and Messenger. Pile 2. Your passed on loved ones want you to heal. They want you to heal, especially your heart. It's almost like you have lost your trust and faith in love, in relationships, in people, in the fact that love exists, or pure love exists, or the love that you used to believe and hope for and dream of, that it's still possible. They want you to heal your broken heart. Someone has really disappointed you. I feel like there were expectations that you had of some sort of relationship, or maybe a person in your life. You were holding them almost like in a very high regard and hoping that you would end up together, or that this connection was the real deal, the final one, that you would grow old with this person. But it's almost like all of your hopes and expectations got shattered. And it feels there's so much pain, there is so much sadness, so much, almost like your naivety, your softness, your emotional nature, your open-hearted, open-handed, very kind and loving nature was, how do I explain it? It was smashed. I don't know how to put it into words. Was shut down for a second, and it's still hurting at the moment, because I was so trusting, I was so loving in the past. How can I be that way again? I don't see it ever happening. I don't see myself being able to connect with someone else on the same level that I used to connect with that certain person or other people in the past. I don't want to do that. It doesn't feel safe. It doesn't feel nice anymore. It's almost like they don't want you to lose your childlike nature, your passed on loved ones. See, it's almost like it's your gift, your ability to be unconditionally loving, your ability to trust everyone and to see the best in everyone, to have this unlimited kindness within you. And you've got a huge heart. It's bleeding at the moment, especially in the past. There was some very difficult episode, and just maybe even a depression of some sort, or just grief. It feels like grieving something. But they're asking you not to stop, not to stifle that inner child, not to shut down that kind of energy you've got, that kind of nature you have, of being so innocent and loving and unconditionally loving. Again, there is this feeling you love like a child. You don't have any attachments, you don't have any demands, or you're not trying to change people. You love them as they are. You heal their wounds. You're very sensitive, very empathetic. You just want people to feel good in your presence, to feel safe and excited and happy and joyful. And I feel like you are getting back. It's almost like at the moment you are getting messages from here and there, maybe intuitive messages, maybe in a form of people coming your way and giving you compliments, or just noticing that nature of yours, very childlike and loving and unconventional and open-minded and understanding. You don't judge people. That's your power. You don't judge them based on how they look, how much money they've got, or the way they express themselves, the things they talk about. You see deeper. You look deeper. And I feel like the healing is happening slowly but surely for you. And it's almost like they are sending you hints. Come back to yourself. Come back to yourself with the Sage of Wands. It's like shooting arrows from everywhere in a form of maybe tarot readings that you're watching, or maybe your family reminding you, like sending you the picture of you. Oh my gosh, I can't speak. Pictures where you were little, and reminiscing on good old times, or maybe you read some sort of inspirational quotes on social media, or maybe you watch a movie that reminded you of who you used to be. The innocence that you had, the softness, the kindness that you used to express into the world. Almost like sprinkling it everywhere, wherever you go. Because you realize that the world needs it. Someone has to do it. And you've got such a big heart, it's overflowing with love and kindness. It's almost like a natural thing for you to do, to share your love. I feel like now things are speeding up for you. For many of you, pile 2, and you are slowly but surely coming back to yourself, coming back to, with the help of your passed on loved ones, they are nudging you. You've got to heal. There is more for you out there. People need you. This world needs you. People like you, someone who can heal others without asking for anything in return. It's almost like you get sent to certain situations. As soon as your work is done, you get pulled back. Somehow, I don't know how to explain it. You know it. You know exactly those situations, or maybe connections, relationships that you've been in. You've healed something that you needed to be healed, and then you move on, or you get pulled away in some sort of way. The future energies. I do feel like that the person who has hurt you a lot in the past, they might come back. They might knock on your door again, or try to get in a communication again, and your passed on are warning you to let this situation, let this story rest. Leave it to us almost. We are going to take care of them. You don't have to give anything to them anymore. You've done your job beautifully. You've mastered this lesson. You've got to move on. You've got to maybe literally move on if you were planning to travel or to move, but at least mentally get to a better place. Leave the situation behind. Do not get sucked back into this communication or interaction that was causing you so much pain. It was making you doubt everything good in the world, including yourself. It's almost like there was a lot of projection happening with this person or this connection in the past that broke your heart. Doubting yourself. Almost like I've got to change now. I've got to fix myself. I've got to change my ways, because who I am, it's not working. It's not making me happy. And the big message here from your passed on loved ones, move on. Keep going. You've got to get to safer shores, to safer mental state. We are helping you. We are nudging you there. There is a lot of movement here happening with this 8 of Wands and 6 of Swords. Movement. Keep going, whatever you do. Mentally or physically, even if you're traveling, keep going. And also, I'm getting this message for a few of you. I feel like it will resonate for maybe 1 or 2 of you. You are meant to have kids quite soon. I feel like they're already knocking in your 3D reality with their little souls. They want to come through to you. They want to come into this material world already. Their souls are here with the 8 of Wands and child. They are already trying to communicate to you. You've got to move on from the past, because we want to, for example, if you're holding on to your ex or someone who has hurt you and feeling like, well, maybe there is a chance we get back together, maybe this will work out, maybe I should forgive. I feel like they are not who you are meant to grow, build a family and have children with. You are meant to meet someone else, to move on and meet someone else with whom you could build a beautiful family together. And it's almost like your kids, your future children are trying to nudge you forward. Mom, Dad, you've got to move forward. Keep going. I feel like it's not just your passed on loved ones, it's your future children, the souls of your future children. That's the message they've got for you. Just for me. Keep going for me. If you have doubts, if you have regrets, or you want to go back to the thing that hurt you, the situation that hurt you and broke your heart. Just think of me. Think of me. Whew. Let's look at your oracle cards. Oh wow, yes, absolutely. A lot of energy of travel and focus. Focus on new. Focus on moving forward. Where do I even start? Let's do this card. We've got this card, Gibbous Moon, and it says you're very close to achieving your goal. Absolutely, don't get distracted. Keep moving, focusing on your achievements, what you want to bring into this world. The final vision of your happiness, whether it's a family or a committed relationship, or having children as well for some of you, or maybe growing your business, finding a place where you want to live, like a perfect place geographically, the living situation that would be optimal for you. Focus on that. Keep moving. You are so close to getting where you want to be. Don't get distracted by the pain and sadness. A huge message from your past or loved ones not to stop. Keep going. You're on the right path. Keep, like, this momentum. He has to keep going. Do not halt. Then we've got this card, Goddess of the Moon. Again, that energy of Cancerian with his child as well. Like the moon, which is all about unconscious, which is all about sensitivity and empathy and kindness and love. You're a very sensitive person. I feel like your intuition is very high, very strong. It's almost like you are feeling all of what I'm trying to convey to you right now. It's around you. It's like lingering everywhere, and it's so thick. You can feel it already, this energy. What you've got to do, where you have to, what you have to move towards. Very sensitive person you are. You go deep. You don't hop on the surface. And I'm getting a little bit of melancholic energy with you as well. Maybe that's why you keep reminiscing on the past, on the situations that disappointed you, maybe wanting to get some closure or fix things that were not fixed or prove something to another person, but it's just, it's almost like a fear of unknown, of the future that you can't predict just yet, and that's why you get swayed back to the past. And the big message from your past and loved ones here is not to look that way. Keep going forward. Even if the path seems dark and gloomy, you're still working on it. You're going to see that the light rising soon. And then we've got this beautiful card, Lotus Flower or Unfoldment. Again, you're growing, you're expanding, you have grown spiritually so much. I feel like that pain that you've experienced, that heartbreak or disappointment made you almost like shrink yourself. I don't want to participate in society. I don't want to open up to people anymore. I don't want to get into a new relationship. I don't want to be seen almost. Now it's the time for you to open up again, to express yourself again, to be yourself, to share your beautiful unconditional love and kindness with people. It's so valuable, so important. Then we've got this card, Focus. Again, that Sagittarian energy here, very similar, somehow associated with the Eight of Wands, I feel like. Finding your place in the world, focusing on the bigger picture, focusing on the, almost like seeing everything in bigger scale. Zoom out somehow from the pain that you're feeling and focus on where you're going next, what you deserve, what's going to make you happy. Travel, I don't know why, but you guys, maybe that's on your mind. Maybe you're thinking of traveling a lot and your past and loved ones want you to know that you're on the right track. Keep exploring that idea. Keep focusing on moving or traveling or just exploring the world or maybe other cultures. Trying to find a place for yourself. You are bound. You are meant to be happy. You've got this card, happy, happy. That's who you are. Sharing your beautiful light with others. Sharing your love, smiling, laughing. That's where you're headed. Don't get stuck in the pain of the past, on the disappointment, on things that didn't work out, on the love that you didn't receive, that you were hoping for or expecting. You'll get there. You just got to move on. You've got to pull yourself out of the past energies. Yeah, they definitely want you to be very happy, emotionally fulfilled, loved. They love seeing you smile. They love seeing you laughing sincerely, unapologetically, just being joyful, excited, like a kid. Childlike energy is so strong about you for some reason. Almost like that's who you are. That's what you have to share with the world. It's almost like your mission to remind people of their vulnerability, of kindness, of that being emotional is normal. That's our nature. That's our connection with the divine, with the source. And then we've got this card self-love. No surprise at all here. After the pain you've endured, after the doubts you had about yourself, about your worthiness, I'm going to read you the message in it. It says, now is the time to love, nurture, and heal yourself. Self-love is not simply a state of mind about feeling good. It's a state of appreciation for yourself that grows and matures from actions you take to support your body, mind, and soul. Yeah, focus on yourself now. And the future that you're going to have soon. And the kids that are trying to come through you. Their souls are knocking. I want to get a few messages, the description of the person or people, your loved ones who sent this message. Maybe you will recognize them, like some attributes of their character or physical traits. Let's see who sent these messages to pile 2. What loved one was it? Who are they? Interesting, we've got this card foreign. It could have been someone who lived in a different country from you, for example, like a family member who is, how was it? Distant family member who lived in a different town or another country altogether. I have many of those because I've been traveling all my life, and most of my relatives live in different countries all over the world. Or it could be literally someone from a different race who looked differently from you, who had different upbringing. Maybe they spoke a few other languages that you didn't speak. Then we've got this card art. Could be a very creative person as well. Empathetic. Oh, absolutely. Looking at the energy that they were sending your way. Dark eyes. And tender. I feel like they're quite similar to you as well, with their childlike approach to life. They're very soft, very loving, just so kind and innocent. That's how they recognize you in them. They somehow they see themselves in you, and that's why they want you they want to support you and to make you happy, to help you from their side. Let's look at the bottom of your deck, pile 2, to see additional messages. Yes, we've got the Queen of Cups. You've got such a nurturing nature, such a caring and loving nature. Again, Cancerian energy is coming through very strong. Very empathetic person. And I feel like they're very similar to you. Motherly. It's almost an interesting contrast, because half of you is a child, like a completely pure, innocent child, and another half of you is very nurturing, like a protector, is someone very wise. Yeah, soothing nature. And the Queen of Cups is often a pregnant woman in traditional tarot, someone who has conceived, or who has a child. And we've got so many indications of children here. So that's another big message for those of you who it resonates with. So this is all I have for you, pile 2. I hope this reading has helped you in any way, has given you some clarity, answered the questions you had on your journey right now. And I wish you lots of happiness and lots of love for yourself and for others, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye. Hello my beautiful pile number 3, or everyone who chose the pink chalcedony stone. Let's see what messages do your passed on loved ones have for you right now. And we've got Judgment, Lord, King of Wands, Waiting, Eight of Cups, Consolation. Pile 3, very similar message to pile 2 actually. It's almost like many passed on loved ones want the viewers, people who are watching this, to move on from difficult situations, from the connections, from the pain, from the patterns that people are stuck in at the moment. It's like a collective thing I'm feeling right now for many of us, of you, to keep moving, to leave the past in the past. Maybe what's not working at the moment is not meant to work, especially in regards to people, in regards to relationships, the way other people make us feel. And yeah, because in the past there is this feeling that it's almost like there was someone with whom you have an incredibly powerful connection here. It just turned your world upside down. It made you find out incredible things. It was uplifting, very insightful. This person has taught you a lot about life, about how the world is working. It feels like a very strong spiritual connection and a very immediate recognition. There is something big. There is a huge lesson we both have to complete together, go through. Like this chunk of our life, this little piece of our life, our journey, we've got to work together. We've got to help each other. We've got to teach each other a few things, even if they're unpleasant, but it's almost like we are meant to. We agreed to this. And after, we will see how each of us have done, like how well. It's almost like there was a very synchronistic and intense and uplifting connection that you had with someone in the past. It feels like someone very intelligent, someone who might have been older than you are, someone very wise, and maybe they have traveled a lot or they had good education. When they speak, it's just you lose the sense of time. It's whatever this person says, it's very interesting. It's very almost like the knowledge they've got, you were very hungry for it, or you were very curious about it and illuminating. That's how this person feels to me. They were very illuminating for you. They made you see many things clearly. That you were, I feel like in the past you were a little bit walking in the fog, in the mist. This person came your way and opened your eyes up to the world, up to maybe even relationships. You did the same for them, I'm sure. It just feels like something you agreed to experience in the past, maybe in your past lives. It feels like a very fated situation here with this judgment. You were meant to meet, even if now you are thinking, oh, I wish I've never met this person. It's been such a pain. I've suffered so much. They've changed me in so many ways, and I don't know how to move on, or it's so confusing. You've got to know, and your passed on loved ones want you to know that you were meant to meet this person, and to walk a certain period of your life by their side, to learn a few things from them, just as they had to learn a few things from you. But now what's going on, it's almost like you're waiting for... Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, my camera is sending me messages. I feel like now many of you are waiting for this person to make some sort of action, to approach you in some way, to make some sort of decision, to maybe become more decisive, or to basically to act. But it's not happening, and you keep waiting and waiting and waiting and giving them chances, and it feels like honestly it feels like a waste of time. I feel like it's a big message for many of you here from your passed on loved ones. You've got to stop waiting. It feels like you're waiting for them to come into your life, into your world, illuminate everything with their charm and happiness and excited, powerful, passionate energy like they used to before. Make you happy again, make you feel wanted again maybe. But it's just you're waiting for something that is either never going to happen, or it's just you've outgrown this. You've outgrown this person, that's what I'm feeling. You've got to move on. Because with the Eight of Cups and cancellation, I feel like it's hard for you to leave behind all the time, energy, emotions and love that you've invested in this situation, in this person. Like, was it all for nothing? How can I move on now? How can I keep going and invest into someone else? It's been such a long period of my life. It's been so important. I had so many hopes and expectations. And it's almost as though the message here from your passed on loved ones that it's going to be easier for you to leave this. It's almost like a relief. If you let go now, you will feel so much lighter. You will feel so much happier. Almost like as though it's... you see it as being a loss or something that's going to make you to be a mistake or a failure of some sort. It's not. It's almost as though everything is nudging you towards a release, letting go and moving on at the moment. Almost see it as an investment. You were meant to share your love, kindness and time with that person. There were of course bigger reasons for you, bigger things for you to learn together, and you have, and you will discover what they were in the future. Just look at it as an investment. You were meant to give them your love. You were meant to heal them in many ways. Now it's time for you to let that go, not to hold on those. How can I leave that behind now? How can I? Why then? Why was it all for? What was it all for? Relief, a sense of relief. It's almost like your passed on loved ones wants you to breathe out. Let it out. Just let it go. To feel the sense of relief in life. Surrender. Again, that's an important word here for you. Let's look at your oracle cards, pile 3. Okay. Again, that situation, it's almost like it's not happening for a reason. There is a bigger reason here that it's blocked. This path is blocked for you. This person is not showing up. They're not acting. They're not making changes for you in their life, of just to make things happen, because they're not meant to. There are more complicated and hidden things that you don't know about that are keeping you apart. You are not meant to push to unlock this door, this heavy door that is locked for a reason. That's what they want you to know. And look at that, we've got this card Forbidden, exactly the same energy of... It's almost like you're not going to get past it, past this blockage, because you're not meant to. You're meant to go around and keep going on your own. You have bigger things to get to experience, to feel. I feel like you keep pushing, you keep struggling, you keep wondering, you keep waiting, what's worse. Like they don't want you to wait. They want you to let go, look at things from a bigger perspective now. And then we've got this card Hostilities. It's almost like this whole situation is making you angry as well, is making you distrustful. I'm so sorry, pile 3, my camera died, so I had to restart. But I was saying that this situation is making you feel devastated and angry, and it's almost like there's this resentment that's building up on you, and that's not a good energy to be in. And I want you to get rid of that. It's almost like That's not who you are. That's not who you're meant to be. You shouldn't be holding resentment or feeling disappointed and angry. Again, this need for release and relief, finally. Then we've got this card, Eagle and Communion. They are talking to you. They're speaking to you. Your past on loved ones. I feel like you feel them. Maybe you're getting very serendipitous, synchronistic messages from them here and there, and it's like, I feel like this is exactly for me. Maybe through tarot readings or just some quotes on social media or lines in a movie that you just watched. It resonates in my soul, in my heart. I feel like it was said exactly to me by someone important. Yeah, maybe even through animals. Like animals get drawn to you. If you've got pets or just stray animals. Almost like trying to distract you, I feel like, for many of you. Then we've got this card, New Moon in Sagittarius, and it says luck is on your side. Again, nothing is lost. This was not a failure. Everything is as it meant to be. You are right on your path. You're doing everything beautifully. Keep going. And I feel like you're headed to beautiful places, especially in love, in relationships. You are meant to be with someone who is going to be easy with. Love is going to be easy with them. Look at that. We've got this card, soulmates. You are meant to arrive at a point where you meet someone and you've got a key to their heart, and it's vice versa for them. It's almost like you're pushing a story that feels like it's for you, but in reality it's not. It's too complicated. That connection is blocked for a reason, and you just got to trust the path and keep moving, because there's someone out there who's better for you, so much better. Absolutely, you are meant to meet your soulmate. They want you to know that. Keep going. Don't get stuck on these disappointments and feeling like I failed this connection or it didn't work out, then I'm not meant to be happy. No, that's not true. You did exactly you were meant to do with that person. You learned what you had to learn. And then we've got this card, Synchronicity. I'm going to read you the message at the back of it. Are you noticing the signs of synchronicity that the spirit world has been sending to you at this time? People and situations in your life are not just appearing by coincidence. In reality, they are being guided to you from the spirit world to help you for a specific reason. So beautiful. Yeah, maybe there were even people in your life who said that it's time for you to move on, to stop mourning the connection in the past, to stop waiting for someone. The people who feel compassionate, maybe your loved ones or your family, and through them it was the messages that you were meant to hear and act on. I want to get a few messages about who are the loved ones that passed on, that are sending these messages to you. Who are they? Maybe you will recognize them. It doesn't have to be one, it could be a few of them. Like their personality traits and physical attributes. Let's see. Who are sending you these messages? Who are they? Who are these people? For pile 3. And we've got music. It could have been a person who enjoyed music, or they played instruments while they were here with us. Or you shared maybe some significant pieces of music together that you enjoyed, or maybe you danced to some music together with them. Or maybe they worked in music industry as well. We've got this card, Responsible. Persistent. Interesting. It could be that they see themselves in you, in the way you're pushing that door, in the way you're trying to work things out, to improve yourself, to that resilient nature. They feel like you're very similar in this way. That's why they want to help you. And you've got this card, guarded. I feel like also they're very protective over you. That's why they're not letting that situation to come back into your life, to repeat itself. And they're sending you signs to keep moving, to move on, to leave the past where it belongs, in the past. And then we've got this card, empathetic. Obviously. And at the back of the deck we've got sensitive. I also want to look at the bottom of your main deck to see if oh yes, we've got the 8 of Swords. You feel trapped, you feel stuck, and they don't like to see you being that way. They don't like you feeling like there are many restrictions around you, that anxiety that arises within you because of the situation you're stuck in, waiting for someone to make their decision, to come to you, to act, to somehow show up. You are putting your life on pause because of the situation, and this passed on loved one feels like it's unfair. You shouldn't be stuck in your life. You shouldn't put it on pause. You deserve freedom. You deserve to flow, to explore things, to meet new people, your soulmate who is just around the corner. Yeah. They just want you to feel free. And that relief that I was talking about again comes through very strongly. You deserve that release and relief. So this is all I have for you, pile 3. I hope this reading was helpful. It answered some of your questions that you have currently. And I wish you lots of happiness and lots of love for yourself and for others. And I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.